Hello, I'm Taylor Schaefer, Wisconsin's 75th Alice in Dairyland. Today I am so excited to be at the Maple Dude World Headquarters to see how maple syrup is made. Hi, the Maple Dude, how are you?
I'm doing great. No need to be so formal around here. Just call me Maple Dude.
All right, well, Maple Dude, I am so excited to learn how you make some of Wisconsin's finest pure maple syrup.
Well, let me tell you, you've come to the right place. But I see you're dressed for it, so let's head out to the woods right now.
Sounds good. So this is a maple tree, huh?
Yep, it's a sugar maple tree, the sweetest tree in all the land.
And the official state tree of Wisconsin.
That's right, and you know what? This area of woods is called a sugar bush. It's got a lot of maple trees, and some of these trees are the same trees that my great-grandfather tapped way back in the 1800s. He was the original Maple Dude.
So this is really cool, but I've never seen this process up close and personal. Can you show me how to tap a tree?
Oh, absolutely. Check it out. All you gotta do, here, I'm gonna let you do this.
Ooh, okay.
Take that drill, and we're gonna look for a spot on this tree where there's no old tap holes. We wanna stay away from that. So I think we got a spot right here.
Okay.
So what you do is you drill straight in and steady hand. Actually, you probably want to get a little bit behind it. And yeah, just press the trigger. And pull it out just like that. You got it. Now, you add this spout extension to it. Put it up there like that. And then I'm going to let you tap it.
Okay.
So what you want to do before you do that is you're going to lightly tap it, and then when the sound changes, you know the spout is seated correctly.
Okay.
So listen for this.
Do I hold it right here?
You can, but
okay.
Just go like that. 3. See? Did you hear the sound change? We've got it done. Now, all we do is we turn on the vacuum, and then the sap flows through all these lines down to a collection tank at the other end of the woods.
So what's next after this?
Actually, I've got to go check on another woods, so I want you to continue to tap all these trees. Remember, do some tree hugging. If you can touch your hands, it's 1 tap. 2 if you can't, and make sure you're at least 6 inches away from the old tap holes. If you don't follow this, I'll lose at least half my sap yield and I could go out of business. No pressure. Oh, and you'll probably need this, Allison.
But I'm not here to work.
Great, thanks, Allison. I'll see you up at the World Headquarters when you're done.
My name isn't Allison, it's Taylor.
Oh, hey, Allison, you're back. Check it out. All these sap tanks, this is what holds the sap when we haul it back up here from the sugar bush.
So how many gallons do these hold?
Well, these hold roughly about 10,000 gallons.
And that's how much maple syrup?
Depending on the sugar content, it's about 250 gallons of finished maple syrup.
You know, here in Wisconsin, that's a lot of dairy products.
Oh, it sure is. Now, do you want to go back inside the world headquarters and see what we use to cook the sap down into syrup?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go.
By the way, it took me a few hours to get all those trees tapped.
Don't worry about it. You'll get better at it and faster at it in time. What are all those twigs in your hair for? What have you been doing? All right, Allison, before we get to the evaporator, we need to talk about the most important part of the whole operation, the RO machine. Do you know what RO stands for?
Is it relative obscurity?
What's that?
It's where you exist on social media. Huh?
No. It stands for reverse osmosis. And reverse osmosis, what it does is it separates the sugar from the water in sap under extreme high pressure. We take our sap from roughly 2 to 3% sugar up to 18%. That takes about 85% of the water out before we even boil it.
So syrup making is both an art and a science.
Oh yeah, and you're talking to the Pablo Picasso and Albert Einstein of syrup making around here. But all you really need to do is remember, turn this on, turn this level to concentration, set your pressure control, and then fine tune it right here. Come on, let's go look at the evaporator.
So here is where the magic happens, and this is a natural gas-fired evaporator as opposed to a wood-fired one, right?
Right, we used to be wood-fired for many years, but I found it increasingly difficult to find Fair Queens to split the wood for me. So we had to move on to something more efficient for the operation. So yeah, we've got a natural gas evaporator now.
And the sap moves from the RO machine to the evaporator and is cooked for how long?
Well, it's not really cooked for how long. It's boiled until it's 66 to 67 bricks. And that's a measurement of the sugar content in the syrup. And we measure that with one of these. This is a hydrometer.
These look really fragile.
It's a continuous process. The concentrate comes out of that tank, feeds the evaporator back here while it boils in this pan, and then it essentially comes out here finished maple syrup. But let's just say, I'm here a lot, late into the night, alone with my thoughts, just to keep me company.
Hey, actually, do you mind if I get a photo of you and I in front of the evaporator for my socials?
Oh yeah, no problem. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I'm ready.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I'm kind of used to this. All right, the next step is to filter the maple syrup. We've got some that we just made in the tank. Now what we do is we've got to filter it, and we run it through this thing called a filter press. What the filter press does is remove sediments or niter from the maple syrup that occurred during the boiling process. Check out these filters. This is what I put in there to start a clean filter. And take a look at this.
Wow.
That is what gets filtered out of the maple syrup during the filtering process. Before we start this up, here's a paddle. Why don't you stir that syrup up and be careful. It's over 200 degrees. Hey Allison, I gotta go check on all that tapping you did earlier, okay?
Okay.
So just remember all that stuff I told you about the RO. If any one of those settings is wrong, that machine could blow up and my whole operation could be finished. So just continue what you're doing and I'll be back later. And don't forget to wash out that pan. Thanks, Allison.
Okay.
All right, Allison, we've reached the final stage of our maple journey. Let's take a look and see how we bottle up that liquid gold.
Hey, that's my line.
Okay, now this is the fun part. Time to bottle the syrup. Now this bottling machine has timers and pressure settings allowing us to fill bottles really fast. So all you do is just cap, label, box them up, and send them to TMD fans around the world.
I'm sure going to appreciate my waffles just a little bit more now that I know how much work goes into every gallon of maple syrup.
And I gotta say, you've done a great job with this milk.
What do you mean?
Well, Allison Dairyland, that's your name. You're in charge of all the milk in Wisconsin.
No. It's Alice in Dairyland. I am Wisconsin's official agriculture ambassador. So for 1 year, I travel all over Wisconsin, visiting farms, businesses, and attending events to promote our state's $104.8 billion agriculture industry. My title is Alice in Dairyland, not Alice in Dairyland.
Allison Dairyland, that's what I've said. And you're doing a great job. I can see how you've made Wisconsin #1 in cheese production. But come on, we gotta get us back up to #1 in milk.
Well, you better pick it up, Maple Dude, and get Wisconsin out of 4th place for maple syrup production. Get us back up to #3.
Touche! But I'm #1 in maple syrup themed comedy around the world.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great week. I'll see you next
Wait,
time.
what are you doing? We're not quite done yet. I need you to bottle all those bottles in the next hour.
Let me guess. You thought you were coming here just to learn about maple syrup, right?
Yeah.
He got you too, huh? At least I ain't splitting wood anymore.
Thanks for watching. Have a great week. And remember to always keep it real.
Hey, that's my line.